Greetings to all fans of the unicycle sport. Ivan Monokolesny here with you. Today we are at the final stage of the EUC Race Pro Championship in the city of Liberec, Vesek area, Northern Czech Republic. The last third final stage of the season. We present to you the list of sponsors who support the organization of EUC Race Pro. A huge thank you to them for this. So we move on to Semifinal A. The start of the semi-final. I remind you that in EUC Race Pro off-road races held in Europe, the start is from a standstill, the so-called Le Mans style. And the guys from the Czech Republic, the top three, immediately take the lead. David Marek in first place, Wojtek Ziska in second, Andrej EUC in third. These are essentially the three leaders of the championship, three people who virtually statistically have a chance to take first place in the championship. I remind you that within the EUC Race Pro, the guys are competing not only for specific victories in specific races, but also for championship points. The winner of the championship, who scores the highest number of points across all stages, receives a unique trophy from the company EKOLKA and EUC Race Pro, and also from the main sponsor of this season. A brand new KingSong F22 Pro wheel is awarded. Thank you to the sponsors for their support and help in organizing this event. I will also say a few words about the formation of the tables. The race consists of several stages, training sessions, then comes the qualification. Based on the qualification results, racers are divided into two groups, Semifinal A and Semifinal B. In this race in Liberec, 30 participants from 12 countries around the world were registered. Participants came from Portugal, Canada, Italy and England. Once again, thank you to the organizers of EUC Race Pro for this magnificent track. Look at the vastness, how interesting it is. So the finish of semi-final A, Wojtek Ziska in first place, David Marek in second, Arek Gryzla, a racer from Poland and owner of the Gryzla company, is in third place, and Andrej EUC, a racer currently in second place in the championship, only took fourth place in semi-final A. Start of semi-final B. Most of our foreign guests are gathered here. This includes Peter from Portugal, one of the most titled racers in Southern Europe. Peter is a multiple prize winner of the Spanish Asphalt Championship, and undoubtedly a track like Vesek suits him well. 30% of the track is an asphalt oval with very fast chicanes, which are taken at around 70 kilometers per hour. Also participating in the race with him is Grim Reaper. This is a racer who showed an incredible result in the last race. Also Mirival Vova made it to the semi-finals. You might know him from the Bigot Cup. In the off-road race at the Bigot Cup, he took second place. So the lineup of finalists for the third and final stage of the EUC Race Pro in 2025 has been selected. The top off-road riders in Europe.
I think, what is going on? Here is electricity on this.
I also want to remind you that EUC Race Pro is not just one race, it's a whole racing weekend. For 4 days the guys participated in simple light group rides and attended training sessions and special master classes. The event organizers strive to prepare the best, most interesting tracks for different levels. This time the guys got caught in a storm during a night group ride.
Martin, tady ještě nevím, kam radši jet, vlevo nebo vpravo. Class by Peter.
The next day the weather improved and there was an off-road training on very technical trails. After lunch there was a training session on the black and red downhill trails near Mount Ještěd. Everyone was completely exhausted, but the emotions and adrenaline were off the charts, and I think there wasn't a single dissatisfied person. Everyone got what they wanted from this event. But this is just a prelude to the main event.
Yeah! Hi, Grim Reaper.
Hi, Andrew. Thanks for a good ride.
At the finale of the year 2025 season, and we are heading back to the track. In a second, the start will be given. So the start is given, the racers head to their bikes, and who will take first place? Wojtek Ziska has a good start. Takes the lead, Peter falls. Now their chances of winning are close to zero. They will have to make an incredible leap to reach even the top 5. Wojtek Ziska passes the gate, followed by David Marek, then Merivar, then Andrei Schulz, Grim Reaper, Andrei US, Arek Grisla. Grim Reaper's mistake, he slips, loses balance, and the wheel flies in the other direction. Everyone else overtakes him. Cameras on Peter's rough camera, we see that somehow after just a few turns he breaks into the top 10 and continues to overtake racer after racer. He passes Martin Adam, Volt Angel, Dan Torpedo and pushes forward. What is Peter doing?
Arek Grisla is tailing Andrei US and they are exiting the asphalt section.
The surface of this bridge is chopped rebar. The depth is roughly 15 to 20 centimeters, but it is uneven. In some places it is deeper, in others it is shallower. In some areas it is more spread out, and in others it is better compacted too. Therefore, it's a whole challenge to find the right direction, the right trajectory, to not lose speed. Peter handles this task magnificently, overtaking 2 more racers, Andrei US and Alek from Poland. Not even 30% of the first lap has passed, and Peter is already in 5th position and starting to pressure Ondra Schulz. Merivald also shows an excellent start and jumps to the 3rd position right behind the championship leaders. Andrei US closes the group of 7 fast riders. David Marek is pressing Wojta from behind and complains that he is slowing him down.
Push it.
Andrei uses his secret push-push tactic, trying to confuse the surrounding riders. The leaders let us continue the battle. David Marek tries to take the inside line to overtake Wojta, but he doesn't succeed. Merivald is in 3rd, but lets Ondra Schulz pass, and it's like a push, a kick in the back, a rocket acceleration, and the whole group of 5 keeps going. Though on the right, the operator displays a virtual leaderboard, which tells us that if the race were to end right now, the championship and consequently the F22 Pro Wheel would be won by Wojtek Ziska with 62 points. In 2nd place would be Andrei US with 38 points, and David Marek would be 3rd with 33 points. The group of 5 is driving very closely. Andrei Schulz is clearly slowing down the whole group and gathering a tail behind him. Andrei US and Peter, as well as Merivald, are pressing him from behind. Peter feels completely at ease on the asphalt during braking, easily overtakes Merivald, accelerates on the long asphalt straight and speeds ahead. In the fast asphalt chicanes, the speed here reaches 70 kilometers per hour. The guys are driving very closely and David is pressuring Wojta. Look, Wojta is sliding off the track. My God, what a mistake. It's clear that the racer is getting up. The most important thing is that he's okay. And immediately Wojtek Ziska starts falling back in positions. He is overtaken by Andrei Schulz. Peter, Andrei is still at the back of the group of 7 and he realizes this is his chance. No one could have imagined this, but with this fall, Wojtek Ziska deprived himself of 17 points in the virtual leaderboard, while David, moving to 1st place, earned 7 points. If the race ended right now, Wojtek Ziska would still be in 1st place with 45 points. David Marek would be in 2nd place with 40 points, and Andrei US would move from 2nd to 3rd place with 38 points. David Marek has a free field for action, and another gift of fate. Wojtek Ziska is just giving points to Andrei US out of nowhere. With this, moves Andrei from the 3rd virtual place to the 2nd. It's amazing how Andrei doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to overtake anyone or set the best lap times, yet everyone around somehow gives him points out of nowhere. So here begins not a virtual but a real fight for 1st place in the championship. The racers keep falling. Arek from Grizzly gives Andrei and Wojtek 1 more place. They continue their breakthrough. These are the 2 championship leaders, 2 people fighting for the cup. Another mistake. What is 1 lap and 3 falls? It's just 3 gives out of nowhere. Andre did absolutely nothing, while Wojta gave away all his points in literally 1 lap. If I had predicted something like this before the race, no one would have believed me that such an outcome was possible. Just 1 or 2 small mistakes and the whole race can turn upside down. Peter, a person who had lost all hope of winning, literally regained all his positions in 1 lap and is now competing with David Mark, who is in 1st place. David Marek continues to clock fast laps, moving on to the asphalt section. He is a very fast asphalt racer. It seemed like a clear opportunity to win this race. And like a jack in the box, he just zips past this bridge and overtakes David instantly as if he were standing still, giving him a huge gap of 10 meters. We do not know the virtual situation. Perhaps if Andre gives up this position, he will lose the championship lead. Every position matters now. Any of the racers, those who are vying for the Cup of 2025 by gaining or losing 1 position, can lose all chances for the championship title. So briefly switching to the camera, and by the 3rd lap, unfortunately, he dropped to 9th position from 3rd place to 9th. This is of course a very, very serious fall. To drive 5 fast laps wheel to wheel with the best riders in Europe, you need to have a really serious skill. And we have repeatedly seen that practically anyone can fall. If we look at the leaderboard, the first 4 participants haven't fallen in this race, of course, not counting Peter's fall at the start. All the others, possibly even faster riders, have fallen, and that's why they've dropped to 5th place and beyond. Peter continues to clock fast lap after lap. Riders spread out a little and the intensity of emotions comes down a bit. Peter is no longer a young rider and his age is slowly approaching 50. Therefore, once again, I can only stand and applaud his endurance, strength of spirit and physical preparation for this race. I also can't fail to mention Dan Torpedo, the youngest rider in the championship. The guy is only 12 years old, but he has already won 1 of the stages and competes on equal terms with the best riders in Europe. Peter flies here through the starting gates and enters the asphalt chicane. Well, here he is, simply a master. He has no rivals, flies over the ground at incredible speed. The wheel control is impressive. And David Marek is trying to keep up with him, but we see the huge gap between them. Just a lap ago it was about 10 meters between them. Now I would say it's already 50 or maybe even more. Wojtek Życzka continues to press the guys. He needs to overtake as many riders as possible to increase his chances for the championship title. Arek is pressing Andre very closely. We see that Andre is having big problems on the asphalt part of the track. He loses a lot of seconds there. That's why it turns into a kind of chess game. On the off-road part, he pulls away a bit from Arek, but on the asphalt, Arek catches up again and tries to overtake Andre. If Andre gives up this position now, he will also give up his lead in the 2025 championship. It's very interesting to analyze the race after the fact, because when you're in the moment with adrenaline rushing to your head, naturally you don't think about these things. You can't calculate all the points, steps, you can't understand where everyone is in the standings. But it's cool to realize that even in the fight for 4th and 5th place, it's being decided who will become the historic first champion of the US Race Pro League in the year 2025. Peter apparently is already so bored racing. Look at the shadow boxing on the bridge. That is, he's already in a completely different league and enjoying the process. And at the same time, in contrast, David Marek, listen to how heavily he is breathing. And we see Andrei Schulz falling and giving Andrei USI third place. And Arek Grislo falls too. Look, the guys are just giving Andrei USI gifts out of nowhere. It feels like they all conspired and decided to fall on every lap. As a result, Andrei moves up to third place in this race, while Arek and Andrei drop to fourth and fifth. So, the final lap. Peter is heading out on his final victory lap. If nothing changes, he will become the winner in his very first race, despite such an unfortunate start. Arek Grisla is moving onto the asphalt section, and here he will try to catch up with Andrei, but I think the chances are very slim. Andrei has gone far. Right now, Andrei's main enemy is himself. The only one who can take the title from him is himself, and of course something incredible might happen. Yes, Grim, today is not your day. How powerful was the performance at Prague race in the Hammer? A great start, third or fourth place, yeah, and immediately a fall which pushed Grim somewhere to the back, and we didn't see him anymore, and apparently he had a few more falls which finally nailed the coffin shut for him, and we don't even see him in the top 10 in this race. David Marek is breathing heavily. It's clear he's giving his last bit of strength on this lap. The speed is much lower than it was before. No one is slowing him down, but he can't show a better lap anymore. But Wojtek Ziska is stuck behind Martin Adam, and despite Martin being much slower than Vojta after so many falls, I think is seriously tired. Peter is going at his own pace, and it's clear he's not in a hurry, just chilling, rolling along, relaxed. He has no need to rush anymore. He has made the lead he needs. No matter no matter how hard David tries to push him, his chances are very slim. Arek catches up with Andrei for the, I don't know, 10th time and falls again in the same spot. This spot just doesn't work for him, and not just for him, but for many. It's clear that there have been more falls there than anywhere else. You know, when the track was being built, this spot was critical. So the finish is at the US Race Pro Gates, but sitting just on the pan, as they say in Czechia. Peter takes first place, David Marek second, and Andrei EUC somehow magically, incredibly comes in third in this race. Wojtek Ziska passes Dan Torpedo and Martin Adam and finishes sixth.
Bylo všem 60, vole, ale já nevím, proč to udělal, stačilo zvolnit. To jede, jo. Ty vole. Ty jo, žiju. Já nevím, kterou máš fajnu. Co? Čau. Co bylo? Jsem šel v 70, jsem šel držkou do pole. Asi v 65, no. A vyjížděl, nebo prostě jako prošlapal? Ne, jeho to vyneslo, že on, já jsem na něj tlačil.
Let's look at the final championship table. It's very interesting whether he has enough points to become the champion of the year 2025. The guys are discussing what happened, why Vojta fell, and that it was enough to just reduce speed a little. The fall was at approximately 65 kilometers per hour. So the final standings of the last race: first place Peter from Portugal, second place David Marek from the Czech Republic, and completing the top three is Andrej EUC from the Czech Republic. And the winner of the 2025 season, according to US Race Pro, is Andrej EUC, scoring 47 points throughout the championship. Unfortunately, a huge number of mistakes and falls in this race pushed Vojta from first place to second, and he lost by just 2 points. Guys, this is a race, anything can happen. Thank you to everyone who watched this video to the end. This was Ivan Monokolesny with you, and we will see you in the next 2026 season. Thank you all. Goodbye everyone.